This week has been kind of chaotic to an extent. Um, I guess it would have been last week that I did all of what I've done to the bottom side of this truck. It's got a transmission crossmember, it's got a full exhaust running out the tail, that end. Good grief. I'll flip the. Got a tailpipe going there. I'm going to put a hanger right up there once I figure out this rear crossmember section. It's stable enough to where it doesn't hit anything. That was kind of sharp. I got a transmission crossmember in there. I got to brace the crossmember a little bit more. And I've got a new transmission mount coming from O'Reilly. I have a rear drive shaft in. I need to change the pinion angle there. I'm a little bit concerned that I've got too much angle at the output of the transmission. Can't see it because it's got the cut, but I'm concerned about that, especially with how much this rear suspension moves. I did. This is some progress from today because I decided to jump into it. Let me preface something. I'm not a sheet metal person. When I did the floorboards, I wasn't a sheet metal person. I had no idea how to make it work. And by the end of it, I had a little bit of rust in the back of the cab. I was tired. I didn't want to keep working on it. So I bent a piece of 16 gauge and tried to get it to seal to there. This is probably 2 or 3 years ago that I did that. There's my current work. Oh, you guys can't see over there. Oh, seatbelt. I got one more side to do on the accordion piece. Weld it together. Clean up the weld spots. Paint it. It's going to look a whole lot better, and it's going to be a whole lot more sealed. By no means does it look identical to the other side. It doesn't really need to. I still want to cut down at least the four-wheel drive shifter and straighten it out, because that shifter height is basically stock 720 transmission shifter height. It sounds like a bad idea to have that tall and my brain go grab and pull. So we're going to cut that down before building the floor, which a lot of the structure has been cut out of the floor. It will get tied back together, and then I'm going to these are the original seat bracket ends for the bucket or bench seat. I'm going to end up going and just bracing them back to the center like it was factory, and just do it with sheet metal, and have a threaded hole on that side, because I'm putting some bucket seats in it and a center console. I don't have them yet, but that's the goal. So for tonight, I'm going to try and get the back of that cab, that last panel built, maybe fully welded in. What I've done to it took me 3 hours. But under here even, oh, you guys aren't going to be able to see much under here. If I zoom in a little bit, can I do it light? Yes. It matches the old cab piece versus the other one. It was like dented in. So, but for this one's exhaust, it's got stock manifold, comes down and around and up there. I may have to change something here depending on how much that front axle will come up. Comes around the passenger side, back under the driver's side, into the cat, which is a little bit far back, into the muffler, and then has some 90s. Goes over the leaf spring like a Toyota. Light off. I'm actually gonna open the garage real quick. I was gonna record some of this, and I both got lazy and was kind of just in the mood of working and not paying attention. I gotta have my keys. But do I have my tripod here? Yes, I do. Let me grab the tripod. I'll set it up. You'll be able to hear the exhaust. Had some changes go on with garage shop, whatever you want to call this place for me. It's got a little bit more room. So I'll be able to tear apart the front axle in here once I get the gearing. Got gearing, U-joints. I'm going to do ball joints at the same time. And that is after I fix the front suspension, because this axle is moving way too much forward and backwards. But yeah, so I think the tank going in the back is not going to happen. It's going to keep the factory position tank, at least for now. But I'll show you this cross member a little bit. There. It stretches really far forward, and so it does need bracing a little bit. It flexes a little bit, but right in this place I need to put a tube, and I'm going to plate the whole bottom of this to hold the bars together. You can't see, but I got to clean up the side pieces so that it's not just a square. But other than that, not a whole lot extremely changed. The biggest problem I have is that freaking pinion angle. Oh, I can show you that drive shaft yoke internally. There's a light. Also, it's raw metal still. Oh, crap. How can you guys see this? Don't laugh at the ugly. It actually might be okay if that transmission doesn't flex as much as it does right now. But it's kind of funny. These bends right here, there's 4 bends, and they're all the same bend. And then yes, I do have some exhaust clearance there. But these bends, I could not get them to weld for crap until, was it right before the cat? No, even then. Camera's on the wrong side. Right before the cat, those are kind of ugly welds. Right after the cat, I figured out how to weld this stuff, except for this collectors. The collectors I can't, for whatever reason, get a decent weld. But this will get pitched down. From my last measurement, it was 7 degrees that it'll need to come down, so the pinion will be flat to match the transmission output. Then more frame rust repair. It's not like it's frame structure wise, it's just holding the most important, most flammable part of this whole vehicle. It's just this bracket for the tank. So we'll take the tank out. I'll build a cross member that'll hold it in this right about the same spot. Then I got to start doing the fun stuff, which is the flatbed. And the transmission tunnel isn't the fun part, but it needs to be done. Need to take that proportioning valve off. Oh, that was what I was talking about with cutting those down a little. Make them a little prettier. Also, it still needs painted under here. I don't know. I just figured I'd give you guys an update. because I'd rather give you guys updates than wait 7 months, whatever it seemed like it was for the last update.